What's up, Taiwan? I'm Brossard with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. President Tsai was treated to a live drag show at the presidential office in a meeting with the country's most famous drag queen, Nymphia Wind. Nymphia kicked off her visit with a performance in an outfit inspired by a Taiwanese indigenous flower. The winner of the world's biggest drag competition, she's known for her creative outfits featuring the color yellow. Having dedicated her win to the country, Nymphia thanked President Tsai for her leadership on LGBTQ+ issues in Taiwan. Tsai praised Nymphia for bringing Taiwan's vibrant culture to the international stage and being a fearless force in Taiwan's drag scene. The Health Ministry has proposed making Taiwan the first country in Asia to legalize surrogate motherhood. The ministry has proposed changes to the Artificial Reproduction Act that would legalize unpaid surrogacy. It would also give same-sex couples and single women access to assisted reproduction services. These treatments are currently only allowed for married heterosexual couples dealing with infertility. Taiwan is set to raise the tax on tobacco products for the first time in 15 years. Our reporter Gov't explains why.
Smokers in Taiwan will need to pay more for their habit, as the country's tobacco tax is about to go up for the first time in 15 years. Smoking is a leading cause of several types of cancer, which has been the top cause of death in Taiwan for over 4 decades.
成本的一个上升，去控制就是吸烟的人口能够进一步的下降。那也当然也是希望透过成本的一个增加，去让青少年能够远离这个烟害。
In Taiwan, the tax on tobacco is the main source of funding for adult cancer screening. However, in recent years, the country has seen a reduction in the number of cigarette smokers, which in turn means less money for screening. The government would be happy if that was because there were fewer people smoking. But the decrease is more due to the rise of a black market in electronic cigarettes and heated tobacco products, which Taiwan banned last year. As a result, tobacco tax revenue dropped from around $935 million in 2021 to around $850 million last year.
面对不断增加的这个癌症防治需求，本来就不能单靠逐年不断下降的烟捐收入来指引，尤其癌症连续40多年都位居死因之首，那争取公共预算更显得重要。
To address the issue, the government has drafted a new National Cancer Prevention and Control Plan. It calls for $230 million in funding by 2025 to cover cancer education, improving quality of life for cancer patients, cancer screening, and more. The money the government gets from the tobacco tax would more than cover that amount. But in fact, only 11% of that revenue is allocated to cancer prevention and treatment, and that covers only around 60% of the required amount.
烟捐的长期被诟病使用腐烂的问题，以及重度吸烟者癌筛率仅1成，还有电子烟查缉不力等等的困境，也应该要尽速的采取因应的手段。那这样子才能有助于促进预防医学以及相关防治业务之推动。
Taiwan's tobacco tax has only been changed twice since it was introduced in 2002. Whether higher prices will encourage more smokers to kick the habit remains to be seen. Meanwhile, questions persist about how effectively the government is using the tax money to improve public health. Ryan Wu, Sandy Chi, and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
Health risks from air pollution are much greater than previously thought, and that's according to a new report from Taiwan's top health researchers. As Chris Gordon reports, slow progress on cleaning up the country's air could cause problems down the road.
Smog. It's a familiar sight to those living in Taiwan's major cities, and new data shows the health concerns go beyond just your lungs. The respiratory effects of pollution have long been known, but exposure to particle matter such as PM 2.5 can also affect other parts of the body, especially among older people.
所以老人的这个肾脏病的病人一定要严防这个 PM 暴露在高暴露的这样的一个 2.5， 不然会引起缺血性的这样的一个因为慢性肾脏所引起的缺血性刚才讲的心脏病。
Higher levels of air pollution also increase the risk of degenerative brain diseases like Alzheimer's.
The risk of Alzheimer's disease is 4 times compared with those with very low level. And for the vascular dementia, it's like 2 times higher.
The report from Taiwan's National Health Research Institutes says there's been a downward trend in the country's air pollution levels. But outside groups paint a less rosy picture. Air quality tracker IQ Air says Taiwan has the third worst air quality in East Asia, and in most of Taiwan's major cities, pollution levels are between 2 and 5 times higher than levels deemed safe by the World Health Organization. With Taiwan's population rapidly aging, pollution-related health issues could cause problems for the whole country.
Taiwan will go to super age society very soon. So that means we have a lot of very high portion of population they are susceptible to the air pollutant. So the health care burden will definitely increase a lot.
The government aims to reduce air pollution to the level recommended in the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. But faced with a demographic dilemma, Taiwan's window for meeting those goals in time to avoid a crisis is quickly running out. Ryan Wu and Chris Gorin for TaiwanPlus.
An NGO is sounding the alarm over ecological threats facing Taiwan's seaside recreation areas. Greenpeace says 2 scenic spots in the north and 1 in the far south are the most threatened regions in the country. They point to noise and potential oil leaks from boat traffic, endangering whales, turtles, and other marine life. The group says surveys have also found mounds of trash and damaged corals in popular dive sites in these areas, as well as the Penghu Islands in the Taiwan Strait. Temperatures in the mountains of Taiwan are rising faster than the global average. As the effects of climate change increase, scientists are worried that this may threaten the country's highland biodiversity. Wesley Lewis has the story.
High up above the plains, Taiwan's lush mountain ranges contain a wealth of biodiversity. These ecosystems thrive in cooler temperatures, but climate change is threatening the delicate balance of life here.
山区一直是在生物多样性保育生物多样性很重要的地方，而我们对他们的气候变化状况其实了解相对是少很多。我们辨识出全世界可能受到暖化威胁比较严重的山区。那这个其实在不管是联合国之后要做全球的保育计划的时候，其实就可以把这些地方当作优先去保护跟研究的地方。
With more than 250 peaks over 3,000 meters high, Taiwan has the highest density of large mountains of any island on Earth. Researcher Shen Shengfeng has been monitoring temperature changes in these mountains and conducting population surveys of vulnerable local species.
埋葬虫是一个对温度非常敏感的虫，然后呢，所以我们其实沿着海拔调查它的密度，我们就可以了解说，譬如说温度变高变低的时候，它们的族群是会怎么样的反应。
Shen says burrowing beetles are a good indicator of climate change, as they depend on cool temperatures to reproduce. To understand more about the effects of climate change on local temperatures, Shen is looking at isotherms, a meteorological tool that shows the planet's surface heat.
这个是我们把台湾这个等温线上升的速率就是气候速率跟全球的比较，那台湾大概是6点多，那全球的平均大概是6，所以我们比全球的气候速率高了一点。
In other words, Shen's study shows that the rate at which temperatures are rising relative to elevation is higher in Taiwan than the global average. What's more, scientists say climate change has already exacerbated extreme weather patterns, making summers in Taiwan hotter, longer, and drier. Shen says temperate mountain ecosystems are among the most at risk in Taiwan, and the behavior of vulnerable species like the burrowing beetle, which plays an important role in the nutrient cycle, is sounding the alarm. Chris Ma and Wesley Lewis for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Now, before we go, check out this dog finishing this obstacle course in just 29 seconds. She's the first mixed breed dog to win the annual Masters Agility Championship in New York. I'm Brossard. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
For more stories from Taiwan and around the world, please visit us at TaiwanPlus.com.